Hello, I want to talk to you about the movie If the Beale Street Could Talk. I remember this movie, but I actually want to talk about because I haven't watched it in a minute, but I actually love the movie. I want to talk to you about it. It was a movie directed by Barry Jenkins based on the 1974 novel by James Baldwin. Profoundly human survival by love, racial injustice, and hope. Hope and survival at its core. The film centers on Tish, Trish Rivers, a young black woman in the 1970s Harlem, and her fiance Alonzo Fawny Hunt. Ain't gonna lie, Fawny, he was my favorite character in the movie. But Fawny was falsely accused of rape. That's the part that blew me, bro. Cause like I remember this scene, like it was a woman, right? She got raped, but the thing is, she didn't see who did it. It was black, pitch black, right? Didn't see who did it, and that's what she told the police. She said, "I don't know who did it. It was pitch black." Boom, brought in all the people that was recently arrested, and Fawny. Shorty look at Fawny and say he did it, and they put him in prison. Like what, bro? The shorty said, "I don't know who did it," but you just go pick a dude and you go say, "All right, that's him." Put him in jail. Like what? My fault. That part blew me the most. But he was falsely accused of rape. The story told through a poetic, non-linear narrative structure that weaves between the past and the present, between the beauty of first love and the weight of the system. Was not simply a story about wrongful imprisonment. It's a love story caught in a crosshair of American long history of racial violence. Jenkins adapted Baldwin's work with intimacy, allowing moments of stillness, silence, and spiritual grace to say what words cannot. Trish's quiet strength as a narrator matched with her determination to prove her fiance's innocence and keep her love intact while carrying his his child. It forms the emotional core of the film. But to say the film is about one single thing is you missing the richness of the film. If you say it's about one single thing, it's about how the personal becomes politician. About how black families rally together in the face of impossible odds. It's about faith in the unseen and the unbearable. It's about the way that institution, the police, the courts, the prison, still time, youth, love, and the future. And the most painful truth is about how none of this is new. This has been going on since forever. But like the film, Barry Jenkins made this film as a kind of tribute to Baldwin legacy. As generations of black Americans whose stories rarely get told with this level of care in a world often saturated with violence and historical trauma. As the film is, as Beale Street is quiet, like Jenkins does it assassination the violence as Fawny faces nor does he delude the agony of it. Instead he aims to preserve a sense of interior. Black lives live, love, and lost. The film was made to remind us that the state is not merely an abstract system, but one that touches real people, ruptures real families, and leaves scars that span generations. As James Baldwin wrote the original novel at a time when the U.S. justice system had already shown itself to be an enemy of black diligence. The film echoed this history, and in doing so, underscores how little has changed. Jenkins made this film not to tell a historical story, but to honor a mirror up to the present. At the time of its release in 2018, and even more so, it served as a cultural document of continuity from the wrongful incarceration of black men in the 1970s to a modern day crisis of mass incarceration, police violence, and institution neglect. But the what's hidden in this film, though, like the theme, like beyond its beyond the theme you already know, right? If Bill Street could talk contains an emotional and politician under undercurrent that rewards close viewing. One of the most like significant hidden elements is how the film used time. Like the time in this movie is non-linear. It's like fragment, echoing, like, and how trauma and love both distort our experience of the moment, as Jenkins lingering on faces, full on broken shots of people looking, thinking, feeling, as a form of visual resistance. In a moment's time stop, it allows us to see characters not just as plot devices, but as fully human. In a culture where black faces are often hairy past or associated with fear or aggression, this slowness is radical. But excuse me. Another layer lies in how the film portrayed masculinity and vulnerability. Fawny is a black man portrayed with tenderness, a lover, an artist, a dreamer. His father and Trish's father, through hardening by the circumstance, show fierce devotion to their families. The film gently dismasses stereotypes of black males' aggression, replacing them with complex portraits of men bound by racist society yet determined to protect what they love. Religion also plays a role. Well, not an overly role, but like the film adopts a spiritual register. Like the title itself alludes to voices, the voice of Bill Street, the street black Americans lived on, fight through, and left their mark on. In Baldwin's words, if these streets could talk, they would tell a story of resilience, sorrow, of music, and mourning. Jenkins' adaptation takes that voice seriously, letting the silence between characters speak as loudly as any monologue. Monologue. I mean, even colors and lightning are loaded with like meaning. Warm hues fill the scenes of Trish and Fonny together. Their love bathed in soft gold and deep brown, creating a scene of saturation and contrast. Scenes in police stations or jails are draped in cold tones and rigid lines. Visual cues of sterling and oppression, even details and attention. But why people should watch this film though is people should watch this film not for like entertainment, for like enrichment. It's not a film that asks you to escape reality. It determines you to confront the reality, sit with it, feel it. In a society numb to statistics and headlines, Jenkins gave us a reason to care. He forced the viewers to reckon with the cost and injustice, but through love. This is a film about how racist lives, not just injustice, but in a heartbreak, in waiting rooms, and unspoken dreams. It shows what happens when a future is stolen, not just from one man, but from a family, a community, a people. It's also essence because it spans the possibility of black storytelling. Not all stories need to center around trauma. And the film shows us a way to hold both pain and beauty at once. In the midst of system cruelty, it shows tenderness in the face of despair. It shows hope for viewers of all backgrounds. This film is an opportunity to truly listen to a story that may not be your own, but deeply American. For black viewers especially, it offers something rare, the chance to see oneself fully, not flattened into statistics, not strip compliments, but presence with humility, diligence, and grace. But like the movie Bill Street Could Talk, it's more than a movie. It's a love letter to black existence. For what that existence has been forced to endure, it is not loud, but it's powerful. It does not scream, but it raps. And in this quiet weeping, it invites us all to listen, to reflect, and perhaps act. Jenkins made this film not just to honor Baldwin's legacy, but to carry it forward. In doing so, he created something timeless, necessary, and deeply moving. It's not just a story; it's a testimony, and testimonies are meant to be heard.